Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? It's Paul Wilson, CEO of the Hwanseung Group, here for the 18th of August. Okay, the last upload for the week. This is my third week of uploads. I've been having a lot of fun while I'm doing it. I am a bit tired. I do have a bit of a rusty voice at the moment. I've got a bit of fatigue from a bit of overwork this week. Extra classes piled on in light of the public holiday Independence Day that was on Tuesday, and I had to cover them as extra classes on the other days there. So just reminding you all that this is all one take. There is no script. This is all raw. Okay, no fancy editing, no Korean style, pop-ups and zooming in, zooming out. This is all raw in one take. Just speaking my mind based on hot issues that are related to Korea in today's world situations there. May I remind you that the Hwanseung means transfer in English. Okay, so we're always transferring between transport, countries, companies, okay, assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. And I do believe that, based on this model here of this word transfer Hwanseung there, it can be scaled up into more profitable ventures there. So my primary based income is my executive business English for C-level and executives at large Korean corporations such as Hyundai and Samsung, SK Hynix there, and I will eventually get into headhunting, so Hwanseung headhunting, and then finance, Hwanseung Kumyung, and then real estate, Hwanseung Budongsan. Okay, that's my goal in the next 5 to 10 years. Again, every video I'll do it because it's a positive affirmation. A positive affirmation. I'm repeating my goals to myself, okay, and to make them reality, okay, make them concrete in my brain. It's based on science. I might post the link up in the thing for you there, but it is based on science there. So yeah, I mean, the more you affirm your beliefs, your dreams, the more likely they be turning into fruition and becoming concrete execution plans. My voice is a bit husky at the moment, guys. I've got a bit of a rusty voice from overusing my voice this week during classes there, but I'm getting through. I've got some nice kare kichimiak that my wife bought me there. It's not corona, thank God, because I don't have a fever. I'm not losing any sense of taste. I had corona last year, so it's none of that, so that's okay. Alright, anyway, it's Friday. Let's get into it, guys. Okay, so the first one here is North Korean, more teachers, we can see here. Demand for private education, English tutoring grows in North Korea. Okay, so you can see here, there's the North Korean students here. In the year 2000, there was only 3.2% had taken private classes. Where are they getting this information from? They're getting it from defectors. Defectors who have come to South Korea eventually by way of China or other countries there. But look at this. 2011, 2015, 2016, 2022, 13.2, 14.1% had received private tutoring respectively there. Okay, so they did a survey of over 6,000 North Korean defectors who left their home by 2020, and it is increasing there. I'm just wondering, who are the teachers? Are they foreigners of Western background because the tourist visas have been opened up again recently after the long shut period of Corona? Or are they Chinese? Okay, or are they just in-house? Are they North Korean students who have studied English at Kim Il-sung University? Yes, that is the name of the university there. Are they just in-house kind of seniors guys who are making a bit of buck on the side, teaching the English there? But perhaps they're trying to follow the miracle of the Hangang. Okay, South Korea, we used education. We reinforced the importance of education after the Korean War, and the baby boomers there were the ones who founded the foundations for Korea, and then for the generations to come. They worked their ass off and worked really hard and had a lot of sacrifice there in order to provide a good education for. And then to provide a good education for their children and their grandchildren who are now Generation MZs, okay, for that. I mean, as a parent's point of view, myself, yes, I do believe education is very important for my kids, my two lovely girls. But in saying that, I don't want to put them through the Korean Hagwon system. I don't believe the Hagwon system is efficient at the moment here, and it's a lot of price gouging going on. So, yeah, I mean, but the problem is the public schools are not up to scratch, and they're not able to. The public schools are not able to fill in the gap for their deficiencies there. So until that's fixed, and I know the Yun government is actively on their case, cracking down on these education cartels. Until that happens, we might be stuck with the Hagwon model for now. All I know is that every year Hagwon owners come up with strategies to try and market to parents, saying that they are the final solution, they are the only solution, and a lot of parents fall for it there. So yeah, perhaps I could come up with something. When I was younger, I did have dreams about that kind of thing, but going on, I really want to distance myself from the kids' education and just focus on my own kids for a change. Okay, which is why I left my last job. Okay, all right, let's go on to the next one, guys. An autistic character has joined EBS. Okay, children's show Ding Dong Dang Yuchiwon. Okay, her name is Byori, and it's kind of a milestone for Korea because this is the first time a mentally challenged character has been shown in a kids show. Okay, this EBS show has been going on for over 30 years. Okay, I think since 40 years maybe, since 1982, and you know, it all came about from the mysterious lawyer Woo Young-woo, that was a big hit on the Netflix. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I'm just going to show it here. Okay, we got Byori. Okay, take a look at it, guys. So they're talking about the cicadas being really loud, and she's getting a bit frustrated by the noise because she's on the spectrum. But she's reassured by her friends it's okay, and the noise will disappear, and all harmony and peace will be restored. It's okay, buddy. We're all here for you. So that was Byori, okay, for that one there. Byori, the autistic spectrum student, okay, for that. So it is a good gesture to see that she's joining it there, because I can tell you that from my personal experience, there are a lot of mental health, characters, students. Okay, they might have autism, they might be on the spectrum, they might be ADHD, and I think a lot of parents there seem to know, but they kind of ignore it, and they in that sense they ignore treatment, professional treatment, and they basically rely on the schools and the private institutes to handle them. Okay, to manage them for them. They just turn a blind eye, and it really disrupts classes. It really disrupts classes if they're not getting tend to. The sad thing is, though, I know, is Yonsei Severance Hospital in Hanteok and Gangnam there, towards Togokdong. The waiting list for a child psychiatrist is 5 years. That's right, guys. You heard it here. 5 years for a child psychologist there. Until 2008, it's a full booking. Okay, so it's really, really a big problem there. Okay, all right. Anyway, all the best, Byori. Okay, looking forward to seeing you there, even though my daughters are kind of growing out of the age range, but we'll look forward to supporting you, Byori. Okay, 힘내세요. Okay, now let's go on here to the next one. Shinsegae's food pizza bread with alternative meat is enjoying strong sales. Okay, so we'll have a look at this. This is a pizza bread, typical pizza bread, but it's made by their Better Meat Pizza. Better Meat, okay, which is basically a soybean-based meal alternative, meat alternative that's been made. Apparently it's been getting rave reviews. Okay, you can see the price here. 7,980won for a box of 2 slabs of pizza bread. Okay, so it's really competitively priced. And yeah, I'm quite curious to taste it, because I think, you know, what they did was they were able to get rid of the bean smell. And I think that's coming from where it's kind of almost getting fermented there. So they were able to get rid of the birit, the kongbirit, okay, and that's quite intrinsic in soybean protein. So eliminating that and then masking it with the sauces, the cheese, okay, the onion and stuff, it's come up with a really nice pizza alternative there. Do you like pizza? I love pizza. I have to say that Costco pizza is my insane pizza. Trader's pizza's up there as well. I mean, the size, the value, the freshness, that's the main thing. The freshness of eating pizza at Costco after a long shopping run is just second to none, okay? Just don't eat too much, okay? But it's amazing. It's amazing there. Costco pizzas there. Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. Okay, now this next one here, guys, is young bankers. Okay, young bankers in Korea choose an early retirement amidst soaring bank profits. Banks are making a healthy profit these days with raising interest rates, okay, everywhere. Their profit margins are very high. The government has even stepped in and told them that they shouldn't be taking so much margins like that, okay, between the deposit savings rates, and the mortgage lending rates there. But basically, if you are around 40 years old, if you're approaching 40 years old, you've worked for a bank for about 15 years, you're able to apply for an early retirement, and what they're getting at least is a 2 years salary plus extra incentives there. That's the basic package you can get, okay? And so a lot of them are opting for that. My question is this: if you worked at a bank, what else can you do? I mean, what else can you do when you leave a bank? Okay, I don't think banking is that much of it's quite of a rudimentary based occupation. All right, you might have a network. You might want to start your own private lending brokerage service or something like that there. But yeah, generally, if you're not getting into another bank, I don't think you've got very much to offer for another, a job if you've been in that job for 15 years. Okay, so if you were even to go into making a fried chicken restaurant, okay, or opening up a cafe, 90% of startups in those areas they fail within 3 years. 90%, guys, in Korea. It's so competitive. We have more chicken restaurants in Korea than McDonald's in the whole world. Can you believe that? I think it's like 29,000 chicken restaurants in Korea, fried chicken restaurants there. I heard from a Hynix cost engineer the other night that even if you've got a robot chicken fryer, okay, that it's automatically fries chicken for you, to make that thing break even, you would need to operate for 5 years. Okay, 5 years of operation of a fried chicken fryer to make that thing pay itself off. Okay. All right, now this last one, guys, is Expresso's coffee bars surge in number and so has taste evolve. So, I mean, we are a coffee-loving nation. And you can see here, Koreans drink around 353 cups of coffee every year, according to Hyundai Research Institute there. It's a very sharp rise from the previous years, but now we're getting into espressos. We're getting to espressos here, and the interesting reason here, guys, is that Koreans have now developed a penchant for short content. Okay, when they're looking at a drama on Netflix, they're too busy to watch the whole drama, so they'll often watch the spoilers. They'll watch the highlights there. Okay, when they're looking at YouTube, when they're looking at Instagram, they're watching the shorts and the stories. Okay, this short form of content, I think, is manifested itself. The dopamine reward has manifested itself into K culture and K food for espresso coffees there. So. Yeah, it's the mood is quite nice. Okay, you can see this one here. It's a very spatial nude interior, concrete nude interior. This is probably in Seongsu-dong. Where's this one here? Les Arbos. It doesn't say where that is, but yeah, it's What do you think about espressos there? I mean, are you an espresso lover? Personally, I prefer like a good quenching of my thirst. Okay, with the liquid. Okay, so an iced coffee or an iced americano for me. But 오로도 iced americano. Even if you freeze, okay, in the winter, people still drink a lot of iced americano. What is a little bit annoying is that people, the restaurants and cafes, okay, will give you a paper cup. Okay, they will give you a paper cup, they'll give you a paper straw, but the cup is still plastic. Okay, so what's the point in that? You're saving, you think you're saving the planet by using a paper straw, but they'll give you a plastic cup, okay, for drinking. There's more plastic in that plastic cup than a straw. It doesn't make sense. There's no logic in it there. So please, Starbucks, okay, Mega Coffee, if you're giving out takeout drinks there, just give out the straw in plastic as well, okay? If you have to make the cup paper, it makes more sense, okay? All right. Anyway, guys, that's me for Friday. My condition's a bit down. I've got a bit of a raspy throat at the moment there. Thank God my wife stepped in and got some nice medicine for me. But yes, have a great weekend. Okay, we're approaching fall. Okay, may I just remind you, this is Paul Wilson for the Hwanseung Group, the CEO of the Hwanseung Group. We're always transferring in our lives. Okay, we're transferring from transport to companies, to countries, to assets, knowledge, insight, and intuition. Okay, we're expanding into headhunting, finance, and real estate in the future. Positive affirmation that I like to say from my videos there. Have a great video, guys. This is Paul Wilson checking out. Enjoy your weekend. Those were our people today. That's Hwanseung Tonight.